This is an orange Pikmin, and it is completely and utterly worthless. Every new Pikmin game has always come bundled with at least 2 new Pikmin types. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we get 3, but nowadays people are claiming that we would be lucky to even get 1 new type in Pikmin 5 because we're running out of colors. Apparently, despite my last Spore video, I still get comments of people telling me that there's no colors that can work other than orange. So, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna play ball with this idea. Today, we are going to be making a bunch of orange Pikmin types in Spore. I want to just push this concept. What if the only color we can use is orange? Is it possible to make multiple different Pikmin types that are orange, but still stand out and are unique within the same squad? Could Pikmin 5 have multiple orange Pikmin types? It's such a stupid idea, but I want to do it anyway. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Vantage Emblem. I'm a Pikmin variety streamer. I like to make funny, cursed, and cool Pikmin ideas in a 2008 creature creation game called Spore, and today is no exception. So if you want to see more of this, subscribe, leave a like, and without further ado, we're getting right into this. So strap in, because some of these are wild. I actually cooked for once. These look super cool. Well, some of them anyway. Some of them are very cursed. But before we get into all of those, let's start at the very basic, most boring orange Pikmin possible. So, I'm using Shadow Raptor 101's template. If you don't know, this is the best Pikmin creation template in unmodded Spore, and we're going to be using this and making a very basic orange Pikmin that has basically nothing going on other than being a pretty stock Pikmin type. This is the bare minimum Pikmin could do for an orange Pikmin. Basically, strip all of the unique features, no mouths, no nose, no ears on a basic red, yellow, or blue Pikmin, make them orange, and bam, here you go. Nintendo will not do this. As a matter of fact, they won't do anything with the original Pikmin body design anymore. Pikmin 1 had Pikmin with the same body shape. Pikmin 2 onwards, they stopped immediately. Pikmin 2 introduced purple and white, which are bigger and smaller. Bulbmin, which look nothing like regular Pikmin. We've got, in Pikmin 3, rock Pikmin, which are literal rocks. Wing Pikmin, which are so tiny and have wings. Pikmin 4, we have the glow Pikmin, ice Pikmin. It's just so clear that Nintendo has no interest in just rehashing the original Pikmin again. Especially because it probably is hard to tell between types that all look the same for colorblind players. So giving more variety to the bodies means more people can enjoy Pikmin, and in general, it's just way more creative. Look at something like the Ice Pikmin. Imagine if it just looked like a blue Pikmin, but was cyan. It would be so much less interesting. Plus, I don't even know what these guys would be immune to. There's no indication. Blue easily attaches to water, right? Yellow to electricity, red to fire. What would these orange guys be immune to? Earth? How are you going to do that? Mud? Maybe, but there's nothing on their body that really indicates that. So, clearly, these guys are worthless. Their design is total garbage, and we can't use it for an actual candidate for a Pikmin type. Great, we're off to a good start. Whatever type we make has to have a unique body shape that plays into whatever its abilities and immunities are, and I think the perfect way to start with this is to revisit a type we already made on the channel. In the very last Pikmin Spore video, we created this guy, the orange bouncy ball Pikmin. His body is rubber, he bounces, he's like a little basketball. I love him. Let's watch him follow me around.
Wow.
Pretty great. In that video, we decided that their ability would be that they have a secondary bounce. So as soon as they hit the ground, they trampoline back up, and they get a second throw, basically, from their location. And I'm sure you could have some arc with a cursor that indicates this. Overall, I think these big boys would be pretty fun to use, and generally are a new design for a Pikmin type. I like them. I think they could be fun. They could fit into official merch. Imagine squeezing a plushie of these guys. Peak design. What isn't peak is the fact that so many of you keep commenting that Pick Carrots are orange Pikmin. Because look at these things. I mean, they basically have the body of a Pikmin, right? But they're orange, so we can't get an orange Pikmin because of Pick Carrots. I think that's silly, but I'm still going to make them in Spore anyway. Yeah, just the legs a little bit, and let's play with the color. Oh, yep, that's cursed. Well, thanks to your comments, these guys are going to be following me around with my squad of regular, generic orange Pikmin and bouncy ball Pikmin this whole time, so thank you. Actually, I kind of don't hate them in the squad like this. Like, they're small, and they clearly contrast from the other types. You know what? Thanks, comment section. You've never steered me wrong. Actually, on the subject of official orange Pikmin, we kind of have one. The glow Pikmin. No, not the Pikmin 4 glow Pikmin. They're obviously green. I'm not dumb. Come on, guys. But this glow Pikmin over here, the concept art glow Pikmin. And actually, fun fact, before we had the glow Pikmin, there was a fake leak of these guys in Pikmin 4, but the leaker clearly hadn't seen the actual glow Pikmin, but they're very similar to the glow Pikmin, because the glow Pikmin concept they use from the concept art we had seen before we actually saw the glow Pikmin, it's a weird, like, telephone kind of experience. Anyway, I had made these forbidden orange leak Pikmin from a prior video, so I'm just gonna stick them in here too. So altogether, that's one plausible orange Pikmin type and 3 dumb ones out of the way. And no, I'm not saying that the glow Pikmin are dumb. I love the glow Pikmin, but I mean, if they added glow Pikmin again on top of glow Pikmin that looked like glow Pikmin but were orange, that would be stupid. So we're not gonna do that. What we are going to do is pay attention to current Pikmin design trends and try to make a type that seems like it could fit in with the design standards of modern Pikmin. And so we're going to look at this concept art, and hey, Bean Pikmin. I like the idea of a taller Pikmin type. That's a great body type, and you know what, color-wise, it doesn't look like we're going for a specific color of Pikmin anymore. Ever since Rock Pikmin, they haven't been named after colors, they've been more of the properties of their body. Winged, or rock, or ice, or glow. So let's do one that is kind of in the middle. A metallic Pikmin that's sort of orange, sort of not, but fits into that niche. Introducing the Copper Pikmin. So I styled their bodies after copper pipes, and I think it would be really, really interesting if these Pikmin are immune to a hazard like smog, because they can breathe out of the little pipe on their back, and perhaps they could even join together to redirect things like pipes themselves, potentially redirecting gases or smog, or something of the like. I know that white Pikmin already deal with poisonous gases, so maybe this is sort of in the same vein, maybe it's different, I'm not sure, but I like the idea that they serve some sort of functionality based on being a pipe. Maybe they repair machinery? I'm not sure. The idea is that they wouldn't themselves be made of copper, but they would have similar copper functionality. Maybe it steps on the yellow Pikmin turf too much. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about them functionality-wise right now, but aesthetically I love them, so let's throw them to the back and see if we can do better with another type. So you guys obviously know the Plasm Wraith, the final boss of Pikmin 3. Big, terrifying guy, creates enemies out of his plasm goop. What if he makes Pikmin out of his plasm goop? What would happen then? In fact, it's kind of implied he can make gold-looking things out of his goop, so maybe he makes a gold Pikmin type, because he made the gold beady long legs, shaggy long legs guy. What if he makes a gold Goopmin? Yeah, I think that would qualify as an orange Pikmin. Let's do some editing, and oh, no, this is a cursed one, this is horrifying. I hate the hole he has in his face. I mean, I know that the Plasm Wraith has a psychic wound, and I tried doing it here, but like, ooh, this one's a little scary. If we can't have Puffmin anymore, at least we can have this guy so they can follow around a big enemy and we have another enemy Pikmin type, yeah. Or maybe they're friendly. Maybe you get them when you beat the Plasm Wraith and inside there's a Plasm Onion, ooh, I don't know. I just think they're interesting, and I think it could be interesting to Dandori against them in a Dandori battle style format in the future. And speaking of the future, let's talk about the past. I mentioned earlier Shadow Raptor 101, aka Trilobite, who made the template we're using, and back in the day, before we even got a Pikmin 3, he actually made his own orange Pikmin in Spore, and I'd like to look at that right now. This guy is the spiky orange Pikmin, and I love him. He's basically good at not getting chomped down on. He's spiky, so it makes it harder for other creatures to eat him. They take damage when they eat him, or he gets caught inside. They don't like eating him. You know, he's basically an anti-eating machine. He is immune to being eaten by things like Bulborbs, although I'm assuming Joust Mites and the like would probably still be able to stab into him and do some damage, but they can't stab into Rock Pikmin. I don't know, I think it could be interesting to have a type that's immune to the most basic attack in Pikmin, but it probably is a little overpowered, so if glow Pikmin are broken because they freeze enemies and white Pikmin are broken because they poison enemies, this one would also probably be pretty broken, and I'm not sure what utility it would have otherwise. Maybe they can stick together in some way and form a little wall, I'm not sure, but I like the idea, and Surely for a pre-Pikmin 3 concept, this one's pretty good. But it doesn't fit the criteria of our modern Pikmin. We need something that's very different and very noticeable. Something that stands out from every other type that came before, but also isn't too far-fetched for the Pikmin brand. And so, today, I make the Magnet Pikmin. Magnetic Pikmin? Not sure what we call it, but you get the point. Part orange, part gray, all metal. These guys are able to magnetically latch themselves to surfaces, and I even like the idea if they're electrically charged for some reason, so they go through an electricity hazard, their polarity changes, or they flip to the opposite side. I don't know if it makes much scientific sense, but it'd be fun for a gameplay thing to have some sort of electromagnetic component, and I think just like Wing Pikmin and Ice Pikmin and Oatchi have made water more accessible for other Pikmin types than just the blue Pikmin, this could make the potentially insta-death, yellow, exclusive hazard of electricity accessible to another type as well, and I think that's just really cool. I really like that this wouldn't make yellow Pikmin useless either. Even though this new type would benefit from the electricity, it wouldn't actually be able to break down the electric walls, for example. Little touches like this would preserve the usefulness of the original yellow Pikmin, while also giving new uses to new types, and I think this is a great place to introduce new ideas. The description for Shadowraptor 101's original orange Pikmin design said that it was a subtype of red Pikmin, and while I think this is probably a pretty extreme idea to introduce to Pikmin, I think having different types occupy similar niches is not necessarily a bad idea, especially if, like in Pikmin 4, we're going to be finding types out of order in the future. Just like how the Ice Pikmin can partially unlock water early in the game, these Pikmin could partially unlock a use for electricity before you encounter the yellows. Well, that's about all I've got for orange Pikmin today, but I want to know what your ideas for an orange Pikmin type are. Obviously, there's so many ways to take this color and so many interesting things to do with it. Sure, you could do something like lava. I like the idea of steam being something that's used. Maybe steam as a hazard is something the copper Pikmin could be used for example. I just really like the idea of experimenting with all sorts of different ideas for orange Pikmin. So let me know your favorite ideas in a comment below. Let me know what you think about the plausibility of orange Pikmin. Do you think they're going to be in the next game? Do you think we're going to get a different color? Do you think there's going to be a new Pikmin type in the potential Pikmin 5 on Switch 2? Let me know what you think, and I'll stop rambling and end things here. My name is Vantage Emblem. Thank you so much for watching. Did you like any of the Pikmin types we talked about? Did you hate them? Tell me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone!